And away we go.
This is sensational.
I don't even understand what happened just then.
They get advertising when you go live.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Evan's computer exploded with advertisement. Football? Sportsy? It sounded sportsy. I don't know. Actually, I should do a check. Let's see. If you can hear me, then let me know what was your favorite hot lunch in elementary school. If you got hot lunch. If you didn't get hot lunch, what were you jealous the other kids were eating? Oh, thank you, quite some. I will say, already in the chat, Danny A. He got me this. Well, he gave this to me. I've inherited it from him. So in order of its fabulousness, I'm wearing it today. It's a poncho. I thought there were actually going to be a lot of pizza answers.
Yeah, pizza's the obvious answer.
Pizza Friday? Was Friday pizza day at your school? Friday was pizza day at my school.
I don't remember.
Evan doesn't remember.
But tacos would be the natural second choice.
Danny had taquitos.
Even better.
Danny, is that a West Coast thing? I don't remember having taquitos. I think we had tacos occasionally. Hard shell tacos, by the way, not soft shell.
Of course. I didn't even know there was soft shell until I was like 30.
Oh, really? I only advocate for soft shell. Hard shell taco just falls. It breaks apart. Hashtag, nope, you are not semi-late. We just opened up. The gates have opened. People are like wandering onto the the cat's attacking something. That's your cue to make sure that's okay, Mr. Producer. Okay. Ishtar believes that hard shell tacos is where it's at. I think they you bite in and half the taco falls out of your taco. That's
why you gotta wrap it with a soft taco.
How could you have wrapped it with a soft taco if you didn't know a soft taco existed? You were 30.
When I was 35.
When he was 35, he discovered the soft hard wrap. So if you are just walking in, don't worry. Electronically walking in. There's a mashed potato top with popcorn chicken and cheese. Okay, question. Was that a self-made potato mountain? Like the elements came separately on the tray, or your school had mashed potato topped popcorn chicken and cheese? I want to meet the lady who came up with that. Or sir. I should say lunch person, gender, harder soft shell tuckers with a great margarita. Danny, you're so beautiful. Danny is, he loves, Danny's great with puns. And today I got my hair cut because it was busted. And Danny made a very funny naughty pun because it was, my hairdresser said that I was forming small dreadlocks and it was fusing together. It was, can one describe their hair as crunchy and starchy and crispy all at once? Because that was mine. Oh, Danny, you're right. Dude, Omar, your school had French bread pizza? Okay. Omar wins. Oh, Kian, thank you for loving my videos. Yes, hair can be crunchy. Well, then mine was crunchy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It was water. I'd shower and I'm like, why is part of my hair still dry? Oh, because that was the inside portion of my dreadlocks that were forming, unbeknownst to me, and kind of unwelcomed. I wasn't trying to do that. I think pizza is the overall winner. David Livingston doesn't like tacos, though. Evan promises not to judge you.
Yep, to each his own.
To each his own. David, what do you like then? That's what we would like to know here. I did have French bread Stover's pizza as a kid. That was very tasty. There was a regular dinner occurrence in my household. Danny, you didn't know about soft shell tacos until adulthood too? What?
Oh.
Wow. They're just nice. They're not that exciting. I mean, if we're going for it, I don't think I've ever asked you guys what your favorite like food is. I've been on a real ravioli kick lately. I'm very fond of raviolis. Like tostados. The X. I'm so happy that you contribute to the awareness of the awesome and the Golden Girls. Well, thank you. May I ask what the X stands for? If it's a Professor Charles Xavier reference, whew, I'd be very thrilled to hear that. But if it's not, that doesn't make me any less excited for the answer. Pepperoni pizza. Yeah, our French bread, our Stouffer's was pepperoni pizza. And it was the triangle pepperoni. Evan was like vegan vegetarian back then, so he didn't eat the pepperonis. But we would put like the Genoa little pepperoni circles on top of it. Just make an extra. Oh, it is for the X Charles Xavier. Fantastic. Or maybe just Xavier, but love, love, love. Well done, lasagna. Lasagna fans here. Good burger. Burger's good. Evan, what's your answer?
For pizza.
Your pizza is your answer? For like favorite food? For your like favorite dinner food or favorite food? It's pizza?
Oh. Pizza. Yeah, pizza.
I think even if it wasn't pizza, it's pizza now because he's like, that's what I said out loud. And that's what I'm sticking with. Ooh, unexpected answer. It's nearly midnight in the UK. Stuart, and the Golden Girls are on right now. What episode, Stuart? Do tell. I would like to know. Michelle is vegetarian. I had a fake chicken patty for lunch. So I'm on board with the fake chicken. Ooh, potato salad. Cheese pie. What's cheese pie? Is cheese pie? It's not a cheesecake.
Macaroni and cheese pie.
But what is macaroni and cheese pie? Is it like a chicken pot pie, but just filled with macaroni and cheese? Ooh, good question from Danny. Do you think Dorothy brought lunch to substitute teach or ate? I like to picture, though we've never established this as possibility on the show, that Sophia continued to make lunch for Dorothy and she would take it with her in the morning to school to eat. I don't picture Dorothy getting hot lunch, what they served in the school. Could teachers get hot lunch at the school? Evan said yes. I don't recall. I like to picture Dorothy still taking a cold lunch. And what would that lunch be? If I were Dorothy, well, they're like always kind of like, they're not often, well, maybe if Sophia's making it, then maybe she's getting spaghetti with meatballs, she's getting lasagnas, she's getting maybe a calzone. What else? She would maybe some fish, some fresh fish, a Mama Celeste, maybe a little pesto sauce. Michelle, you have barely eaten today. You should eat. This is also coming from a person who doesn't always remember to eat, but I know that you should. A salami and wine, and a salami stick, right? Deep or light, just like one of those. Also, we used to get like a pepperoni stick, and we just take a bite out of it. Oh my God, I just get so mad. I would be like, and then like teeth marks in it, and I would just put the pepperoni stick back into the lunch and meat drawer. So, not proud, but I did it. I was young. You didn't miss anything. We're still letting people come in. Trivia starts like around 7 o'clock. We've got 4 or 5 minutes. We let people get their drinks. Some of us are getting lunch, dinner. Michelle, she's logged into work for another hour and 15 minutes. Though I like that. Technically, what you're telling me, but not telling me, is we are the last hour and 15 minutes of your work. She does it in between calls, right? Because you're behind us in time. Yes, you're 3 hours. Is 2 hours? Is it 2 hours behind us? Right, because 7. Yeah. So eggplants and spinach are the worst. Ooh, 3. Okay, yeah. I feel like the 3-2 line is like very close. Like my godson lives in Houston. It's just 2 hours, and then like boom, it suddenly becomes 3 hours, and I don't understand how that's get decided. So yeah, and also thank you everybody for coming. It is, I don't know if you saw, depending on where you picked up trivia online, just happened to come across it today on YouTube. You're like, what is this? I'm just going to go visit. This is going to be at least in probably till December would be, maybe we do one more. The last trivia for through the season we've done during COVID and all of this, we've done one a month. So this is and for a while we were doing two, and that was a bit much for me. I'm not gonna lie. And so we're closing the season out this evening, and that means we're gonna maybe probably give away the rest of the prizes and the prize stash. So we're gonna usually have two winners, but I've got 6 stickers, six things that we can give away. So I think that's good. We'll have some more extra winners. And Midnight, Patrick, bless your heart. I'm not capable of that. Dave, Houston's like 1 hour behind. Okay, see, I get this wrong entirely then. I clearly don't know what time to call my friends. Thinking of Dorothy taking Sophia lunch just makes me think that there's a little surprise that we never saw. Tupperware party. Ooh, our Mary Kay style cosmetic scheme. I do recall my mother throwing a Tupperware party in our condo or two. Tupperware for sure. Not Mary Kay, but definitely Tupperware. Though I do like in Schitt's Creek when they do their version of like the makeup sales cosmetics. That one's really good. So my favorite golden girl is Dorothy. I'm a definite Dorothy. This is also, I mean, technically it's a little bit of a mother of a solid go dancer. Also, it could also look like a Halloween face. Maybe somebody told me like a mask. The blackness, it's enjoyable. This is my I'm not gonna lie, guys, I almost wore my Evan kind of said no, so I didn't wear it, but I was gonna wear my Ruth Bader Ginsburg tank top. You gave me a face when I tried to say I was gonna wear it. In honor of my beloved Ruth, who passed away, as we all know, on Friday, though I do have a tattoo inspired by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, I've always got something, and I wear her dissent collar. So we've got enough, I suppose. We're gonna do some mother of the solid gold dancer situation. Yeah, Dorothy's a very popular, and you would be surprised how many people have comments that say that Dorothy is their go-to line, their character. I want to say that Rose is second. Ruth, yes, rest in peace and power, my girl. I was I'll tell them what happened, because it's both funny and not funny. Friday evening, so Evan and I went away for a little bit upstate, and we went to a drive-in movie on Friday because we haven't been to the movie theater in forever, and we thought this would be great. And we went to see a double feature. It was The New Mutants and Bill and Ted 3. Just as the movie came on, I got a barrage of notifications saying, I'm so sorry, oh my God. And we got news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, and Keanu Reeves and Bill and Ted comes on the screen. So what a juxtaposition. Just about to start like a most bodacious adventure. And I'm like, these things could not be more disparity. So yes, and Rue and B. Sweet. But that did happen to us. We were really thriving. Didn't make it all the way through New Mutants. P.S. Only half. It wasn't that great. I would say that Blanche is actually also very selfish. Yes. Great. Thank you. So Evan is going to start us off. Evan is our chat moderator. If you see, he's the guy with the little wrench next to his name. I'll sometimes moderate, but generally I'm chatting, hang out, talking. So if you have a question, if you need something repeated, if you accidentally put the answer into the chat, which nobody's going to take a point off, there's no major consequences. We just ask that you don't. Delete. Sometimes I will, but generally Evan will delete that comment. It's not personal. It's just, it's competitive, right? Some people ask, why don't we allow answers into the chat? Well, the more answers you give away to everybody, they suddenly become your competition, and you're just widening the number of people that you have to compete against to get a prize. So really, I'm doing this for you. We delete for you. That's all I'm saying here. And so Evan, as you see, we'll post updates, reminders Don't worry if you don't catch something, you can ask us to repeat it. Evan will put the question in the chat unless it is a picture question, in which I will alert you and it'll come up on the screen. And I will also read the question. I'll also, if I remember, in the little lower third, try and write what number question we are on. Great question, Omar. So where do you go to answer the questions? We ask, when this ends, usually somewhere around 8 p.m., you have up until 30 minutes to answer the questions and send us the answers via email. So where do you answer? I usually tell everybody just open up a fresh, clean email in your Gmails, your Yahoos, some of your AOLs. Just type 1 to 20 because there's 20 questions and answer it there. And then when you're done, you just boop, you send it on off and it's ready in my inbox for me. The subject line could be like trivia answers, answers to trivia, just something that alerts me, though I generally know based off of what's inside the email that you're here answering trivia questions. Don't worry if you missed the email. We're going to put the email throughout and definitely again at the end. Danny, so many condoms. And you know what? They're really important. Condoms, actually. So don't worry about it. As I said, there are 20 questions. So number 1 through 20, Evan will also, he's thinking we're improving, even though it's our last one for a while. We've written the actual question number. So it says question 1 and they'll have the question out. As I said, I will say it out loud. 30 minutes after the end of the stream, if you miss something or come in like late or have to step out or something, this will load after we're done and you can watch it on YouTube to just zoom ahead to the question that you may have missed because you maybe got distracted or somebody came at the door, your delivery, whatever. So don't worry, there are other ways. Each question worth 1 point, unless otherwise noted. For example, sometimes I'll say that there are 3 or 4 potential answers. If you give me all 4 in the list, great, I'll give you a point for each. But I will note that at the time that we do the question. In addition, sometimes questions will have a bonus. I will also let you know if there is a bonus question, and that will earn you an additional point. I score by hand each and every submission. I try and do it within the first 2 days, so usually hear back from me by Saturday. How many points do you need to get into the random prize drawing? 15. So you get 15 points. That puts you into a randomized drawing, and I pull names through this online random drawer thing. The internet sometimes has great tools. And then I email you back and I say, congratulations, here are the answers, and you've won. I also email you back if you haven't won, but I let you know that you didn't win, but I also always provide all of the answers to the questions. Hey, David. I'm not even paying attention. I'm going to say that Evan will alert me to the chat if you guys need something, because I'm going over these things. So I'm sorry, I'm not answering or saying anything out loud. But a Golden Girls backpack sounds awesome. Wait, is this the YouTuber's first live stream? No, it is not. Okay, prizes. Evan will put the store in because we're really big fans of Tayham. So, and actually just a random one where I was like, I'll throw this in. That's not Tayham's, but something from my personal collection that I enjoy because Schitt's Creek swept the Emmys, and we also love Schitt's Creek here. So what is left? We've got a David Rose from Tayham. He's I really like this one. I mean, we're, as we said, big Schitt's Creek fans. A lot of you also are too. Also, big Park and Recs fans. So I got a Ron Swanson. He regrets nothing ever. So I enjoy having some like Ron Swanson energy. We got Blanche. She's the only Golden Girls left, everybody. She's cute. I actually have 3 Blanches. So when we go to do prizes, you can request a Blanche, and there's 3 of her available. And the one that I threw in as a personal one that I enjoy as a Schitt's Creek quote that I really like from David Rose, which just says, I like the wine, not the label. I think that's a really great point. And on the topic of inclusivity and visibility in the Golden Girls, I think appropriate. It's a Clayton-esque type reference. Okay, where are we? Oh, you did miss out on the other live streams. Lucky for you, they are on our channel if you ever wanted to go back. There's 7 or 8 of them now of trivias that we've done in the past. And
Play along.
Play along. Yep. If you really wanted to play along and answer the questions and email me, I will send you the answers because I still have them all. Hessex says he's doing his math homework and part of one of the question needs 19 to 12 to be done. So sorry to hear that. I hope the answers are in the back of the book. Golden Girls water bottle. There's got to be out there someone. Cynthia, you're excited. I love the Golden Girls, and my mom is a Sophia. Is your mom in Shady Pines? So that's the real question. Okay. Is everybody ready? Give me a heck yes if you are ready. Remember, Evan's going to cue it up in the chat. I'm going to say it out loud. We give you plenty of time to answer. Oh, some people ask spelling. Look, sometimes it's going to be like a St. Olaf word, as close as you can get. I am not particular at all. I know what you're trying to get at. So Jackson, thank you so much. It's a poncho that beloved Danny Art gave to me. He's in the chat throwing out puns. All right, Keon, well, it was nice having you. Maybe we'll see you again sometimes. Thank you for coming to say hi. Oh, Blanche vibes. I rarely get Blanche vibes. I mean, personally, I don't give them often. I give Dorothy vibes. Okay, question 1. I'm very excited. Are we ready? We've got some toughies, some mediums, and some easies. So we tried to do a bunch today. Okay. How many times do we see St. Olaf in the show? Actually see. Like we're in St. Olaf. Because some of you are going to say, well, we never actually we're not just like walking down Main Street. That's accurate. But we do see buildings in St. Olaf in the show. So when that happens, how many times is the show happening in St. Olaf? Gerkakenaken. Ooh, girl, I think you're pretty close. I don't think I could get that right on the first time. Or at all, honestly. Given off the Blanche. Well, Brandy, thank you. This might be the only time. It also helps that the lady, she cut my hair and she blew dry it today. Blowed dried. She made it pretty. I should show you a before picture because it was fierce. Yes. Try not to answer in the chat. If you do, Evan will delete it and it's not personal. Evan, you gonna take care of that one?
Yeah.
It's okay if you answer it in the chat. We're gonna delete it, but we ask that you open a fresh email or Word document and answer it someplace on the side that only you can see. If you want to hand answer them on a Post-it note on your desk, that's also totally cool, and type it up later. We just ask that you don't give the answers out to your competitors, right? We don't want that. We want you to get all the glory. I want each and every one of you to win, even though I know that's not possible. Question 2. This is a quote. So I want you to finish this Blanche quote. Let's rent an adult video, drink mimosas, and blank. I may have also, for some of our repeat guests, tossed in 1 or 2 from the past, which will pay off for you. So, try to come full circle. Some of the ones that I really like that we've done in the past, I might have brought back. Are you counting the times when they were on their way to St. Olaf? No. Or nearby? No. Actual St. Olaf property. Got to be on resort, on the land. That's a good question, though, for clarification. Lear, where do you put the answers? We suggest opening a fresh email and typing in 1 to 20 and then answering there on the side. So that way you can just send it when you're done. Can you guys hear that drumming? I hear it because it's the neighbor. It's yeah, okay, Quiet Storm can hear. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm going to turn off the Omni and put on the Cardioid and let's see if that helps. The neighbor, she's got a lot of instruments, folks. Lots of instruments. So I'm glad that it's just slightly for some and others. I promise you that's not us putting on any background music. I put that was question 12 and it was question 2. That's my fault, folks. That's my fault. It is, yep. She teaches, correct? She says she has students, but I'm not convinced. She might just say that.
She might be on here.
She's not on here. She's not like bongoing with one hand and like answering the Golden Girls on the other, though I would give extra points to see that. Okay, question 3. This is a throwback question, one that I always enjoy, so it's why we're here again. Blanche says her name is French for what? What is her name French for? You could have a French name. What would it be? Oh, dorm rooms. Oh, Amaya, that's right. You are up at UConn right now. Yes, yes. How is that going? I know that colleges are having a rough go at times, and I hope everything's okay. That probably first week or two was probably a little interesting, a little different. Used to have a violin every single day with the window open. I don't know. Maybe I don't think she's ever played the violin. We've had bongos. There's a piano, bass, singing.
Guitar.
I think there's guitar. I think there's also been a guitar. It's a lot of it. I can't play a single instrument to be frank with everybody here. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that college is doing well. Patrick's, you know what would be a good question, as it's something not many people know, but I bet you have asked it for trivia. Patrick, I don't know. What is the question? I'd love to know. It's it's possible I have. It's possible I haven't. Coming up with trivia questions is difficult business. I'm glad to hear it's going okay, that your classes are online. Though I guess, it's still probably a little lonelier because you're like all online, but in your dorms by yourselves doing the online. So I don't know. Question 4. I did this to myself. Who are the Toppelcopper triplets? Toppelcopper? Toppelcopper. Toppelcop. I'm saying Toppelcopper, but maybe it's not even a C. It's not a C, it's a K, but I'm making it sound like a C, like Courtney. Who are the Toppelcopper? It's not. That made it even worse. Toppelcopper. Maybe it's a silent L and it's Toppelcopper triplets. I'm making it worse. Sharon, you live 10 minutes from UConn. They threw out the kids that went. Oh my gosh. Is the dairy bar open up there? That's the only reason that I would go to UConn, frankly, is for ice cream. Arthur, Evan, what do you say? Evan, you're supposed to. We got a super chat. Evan says, thank you, Arthur Day. You didn't have to do that, but that's very kind and generous of you. So thank you very much. I feel like I should have watched the episode before saying those triplets names. And I'm going to give you a point for each one of the triplets that you get. So if you don't get all 3, that's okay. You get a point for each one. Is that fair? I feel like that's a good compromise on that one. Partly because I butchered those names. I hadn't originally, anyway, because this one's going to say another question with multiple answers. I'm on the multiple answer vibe. Yeah. Question 5. Are we okay? We're moving on. The dairy bar is open. You have to order online. Oh, I like that. They bring it online. It was good ice cream. 1 point for each correct answer. On this one, I decided already. What are the names of Sophia's siblings? Including the ones you've never seen. Just saying that. No, you're just saying the names, not why they are there. Just the names is fine. Oh, well, I think that I hope you should check out the dairy bar. It's good ice cream. I'm a big fan of ice cream, and so I can be a bit snobby about it. So I think that you should go do that for yourself. Except, is it easier to get to without a car? I guess that the shuttle must take you down there. If the shuttle even runs. I don't know, so many questions. I took the bus today. Somebody took their mask off on it, and I was not pleased. Well, I'm glad that you love this question. So I hope you rock it. We're gonna do question 6. I'm also really digging the colors on the bottom 3. They gave us a new option today. This like This hot pink to blue, I'm really feeling. It's very 80s. I'm super excited about it. Sophia's sibling names are sibling 1, sibling 2. Totally legitimate answer. Cheeky. Evan is saying cheeky, which I agree with. I do agree with. You should go this weekend. It's going to be cold out and not maybe as enjoyable for ice cream. We only got ice cream once while we were away. I think we could have done better, frankly. But you know what we did have? These donuts called Twin Peaks. They're from Twin Peaks. I don't even like donuts, but these were phenomenal. 6 little tasty donuts. If you ever go to Hunter, New York, get the donuts from Twin Peaks, friends. They are worth it. Okay, question 6 is going to be a little bit different, okay? This one is going to be a picture. I'm going to throw the picture up on the screen, and you have to look at the screen, and then I want you to tell me what is happening in this scene, and the bonus is to name the episode. Evan's also going to throw it in the chat, like what you're supposed to do, but the actual picture you're going to be seeing on the screen, okay? That's what I want to know. What has happened to the girls in this picture? Okay, this picture, I'm pointing to something that's right there. I want you to tell me what happened, and the bonus is name the episode. Okay, I'm gonna take the overlay down so you can see the bottom part too. And then we're gonna go silent for a second. Oh, folks, you love to answer in the chat. I admit that I deleted a lot of answers. For our friends that just joined us, it's okay. They did just lose the war to a drug lord. That one, I think so. Oh, that's weird, Michelle. The picture did come up. Did it not come up for the rest of everybody? I can put it up again if it didn't. I thought it did because a bunch of people answered when they shouldn't have. If you are new, don't answer in the chat. Try really hard not to answer in the chat. Answer in a side document, an email, a post-it note, someplace else. Remember, putting the answer into the chat, giving your opponents the advantage. You're giving them the answer. You're getting them one step closer to competing with you for the prize. So this is, no harm, no foul, but we will delete when we see. So I promise you it's not personal, it's business. Is it bad that I saw the title and immediately thought better than anyone I know? No, Arthur, that's not bad at all. Some people ask a dumb question, and that's okay. Remember, kindergarten in us said no question is a dumb question. Question 7, though, is a question that Evan's going to put in the chat. We're holding for Evan. Holding, everybody. You think that he'd never done this before. Danny, should you? No. Could you? Yes. 7. What does everyone dress up as on the day of the wheat? Yeah, it's a thing. And you dress up as something. 7 of you are going to put wheat. I just know it. I'm just going to be saying, like, people are going to be like, wheat. I think she said to answer in the chat. They dress up as something. I love the vagueness that is both accurate and funny at the same time. They dress up. That's for sure. What would you dress up as on the day of the wheat? If you answer the answer to the question, though, I will delete it.
Trisket.
Trisket. Cream of wheat is too spicy. When you're done with the trivia, could I ask a bonus one just for fun? Patrick, yes. Yes, you can. Go for it. I don't care if they don't want to hear it. I'm in charge. I would dress up as something. Fair. What would I dress up as the day of the wheat? I've always wanted to dress up as one of those inflatable T-Rexes, but they didn't have those back then. So you don't go outside nude. You know what? I really think that's a good plan. Not to go outside nude. Has anyone ever accidentally left their house truly forgetting to put an important piece of clothing on the outside of their body? And then when oh snap, I'm not wearing a shirt. Because you're frantic or in a rush or in a huge fog. I've never done that.
I've dreamt it so many times and I feel like it has happened.
Evan, how often do you have this dream that you leave with, what are you not wearing, Evan?
Sometimes not. I'm not wearing anything.
Sometimes he's not wearing anything, folks. Oh, Catherine, you are the first person to ask us this question, and we did watch the live Golden Girls episode with Regina King. I did. I've had that as a dream. You're not alone in the dream. Shoes does not count. I don't dream that often. I often dream that I can't say words out loud, like I did last night. I had a dream about that. Okay, question 8. In Sophia's Cloud Society, what does she say she saw in the cloud's shape? Sophia's in a cloud society. They look at the clouds. What did she see? What did she see? I left the house today actually and didn't realize till the minute my fly was up. Oh, Patrick. I'm sorry on that. I don't think women, well, I guess women can have that problem, but it really seems to be a man problem as opposed to a women problem. Why do we think that is? Why do we think that men are more likely to have a fly down than women? I look to you, Evan, as all men.
Men have more flies.
Men have more flies. That's true. Women's pants don't always, or they're wearing skirts. That's something. She says she saw something. But I feel like more often than not, men are the ones that were like, oh, his fly was down.
Yeah. And that's why you always have to wear underwear.
That's why you always have to wear underwear. You know who doesn't wear underwear? Did you point to me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true, but it was actually a character in the show.
Right?
That is what Blanche and I have in common. Yes. I've got so much clothes in my closet could rival Blanche. Patrick, I would love to see that closet. Danny, by the way, I am really loving this. I thank you so much. I really, really do love this. That is how they pee, Sharon. That's a good point. They have to unzip to pee. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I feel like it's part of the whoop, I don't know. Also, do you guys ever see something crazy in clouds? I know what Sophia saw in the clouds, but I'm wondering, have you ever seen something crazy in the clouds? I haven't been outside enough lately to see anything in the clouds, frankly. Question 9. This one's an easy one, but it's in honor of my favorite male character. What is Stan's classic greeting when he's at the girl's front door? Give it to me. I want to know. Not in the chat, though. Don't give it to me in the chat. Do you lose points for spelling? Nah. Absolutely not. The last time spelling counted was 5th grade. I mean, really. Oh! Evan's not deleting it because he dislikes you. It's not personal, Evan. Thank you. Classic reading is something spoken. Fact. It's just we don't answer in the chat. That's all. I think we should really attempt to. One time somebody had told us they was trying pin that at the top of the chat. You can't pin anything in the live stream chat. It's a bummer. Oh, Stan is not a Funko. It's just the 4 girls. Is that true? It's just the 4 girls? I think that Stan should get a Funko. If you agree with me, let me know. I think Stan should deserve a Funko. He's important to the show.
Is he in the most episodes besides the main four?
Yes.
Or even a close 6?
Well, is there a close one? Miles has a good amount of episodes under his belt, but not as many as Herb Edelman. Yeah, I think it's just Miles is really the only other reoccurring male character. Or just reoccurring character, frankly. I mean, like Rebecca comes on, but she's two different actresses. So yeah, I think it'd be Miles. Anybody else in the chat? What do you think? I think it's Stan and then Miles and Dr. Harry Winston. Yep. Technically, Lucas Hollingsworth is in 2 episodes. Not many two-parters. Coco, his one. Well, because Coco's always in our hearts. Yep, Angelo's in a couple. That's Kim. That's great. Yep, I agree. Yeah, that's a good number. That's good. Miles and Stan should get a Funko. Would Miles's Funko be Miles, or would it be somebody else? I do think Stan should get a Funko. We should petition on that. I'd be on board for that. I think that's actually a really good idea. Okay, question 10 is going to be a quote. It is a Rose quote. It's a bit of a long one. Can you fit it all in the chat, Ev? Sometimes he can't. All right, so Evan's going to put the quote in 2 parts. Yes, Amai, he did play Arnie Peterson, who is one of our dear friend Hillary's favorite characters. She really loves that episode. Okay, go for it. Yeah, Sophia's sister too. I wish men would have breasts just for one day. Then they'd know what it's like to be judged by some physical trait. I mean, just because I'm built like this, you wouldn't believe how many people think blank. What do they think? Which I put this quote because I'm amused that it's Rose that says it. Because we always talk about Blanche's endowments, not Rose. But you know what? Rose is packing. You know what I'm saying? Evan often thinks the word blank. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing, Evan? He's like, blank, just blank. Oh, Arthur, thank you so much. You used to watch with your mom, who passed away. I'm sorry to hear. I don't often hear about people having grown up with their mom. It was often their grandparent that introduced them to the Golden Girls. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. I know a lot of you in the chat watched it with your grandparents, but some of you watch it also with your parents. I would think specifically probably moms, but I would love to know if you like your dad turned you on to the Golden Girls. That I don't hear very often or ever, quite frankly. It's usually grandparents, grandmas, and moms. But I would love to know if a dad was like bringing the Golden Girls to the fam. Grandparents and aunt. Yep. Sophia's response says, quote, yes. I watched the Golden Girls from inside the womb. You should probably call the Guinness Book of World Records. From inside the womb. Your mother. I mean, where did she plug it in? You know what? We're not even going to ask that question. I did, but I'm going to keep on going. Question 11. This is going to be a picture one. Okay. So I'm going to throw that one up on the screen. We're going to take down the middle, the card so you can see the full thing. In this picture, I want to know, where are the girls and how did they get there? Okay. So it's a 2-part question. If you know one, you know the other on this one. I'm not going to lie. And here we go. We're going to be taking it down in a second. Also, I came on to say that Sharon, your dad loved the Golden Girls. Yes, I don't hear enough about dads. That's all I'm saying. The lady who plays about 6 different characters should get a Funko. And I missed something. Okay, so here we go. That's it. We're going to be... So, guys, let me know. Where were the girls and how did they get there? That's your last one.
Ron didn't even need the picture.
Didn't even know it?
Didn't even need the picture.
You good. You good. I watched it so much with my son that he watched it by himself on DVD. So I love it. Love it. Yeah, you didn't. It is actually, honestly, I think maybe one of my favorite scenes, by the way. Ready? We're moving. Didn't even have to picture it. Nope. Danny, yeah, you're so good. Who would you've had to have played a sibling to one of the girls? That was it's a really interesting question, Patrick. I've never been asked that question before, and I think that because they had brought this individual on to play a different character, I really wish that there had been a way to maybe incorporate her a little longer, because I really did enjoy Debbie Reynolds on the show, and I think would have fit in quite lovely if they had done like a larger arc with her moving as a roommate. And I think Debbie Reynolds could have made an interesting sibling to Blanche, right? Because like she's competitive sibling rivalry with Virginia, and it's got like a slight sexual component to it. Like, she's always like, they're like boyfriending and what up each other. But something about Debbie Reynolds, like, like those two like coming together, I think it could have been fabulous. Like, like a peer. Like I like the way that her character should be was presented. I would have loved it. The casting agents often can decide on just one actor to play the girls. Carol Burnett. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. Yeah. Okay, question 12. What did Stan name his fake monkey? Which also, by the way, I love when I see people doing like cosplay, and there's no Comic-Con this year, but people make the monkey. I really enjoy their interpretations of the monkey. Angela Lansbury. Who would have Angela Lansbury been the relative of? I'm thinking Rose. But that, yeah. Angela Lansbury also makes sense. I dig it. Maybe there was a crossover somehow, like her character in Murder, She Wrote was actually Rose's long lost sibling. Also, Brother Martin is somehow her father or something ridiculous like that. Though Bob Hope is also not this person's parent. Okay, question 13. I feel like we got a lot of Blanche questions, and I'm digging it. This one also has a bonus. Okay. What is Blanche's granddaughter, which is Rebecca's daughter? Okay, so I'm going to clarify. Rebecca's daughter, named. And the bonus is, why does Blanche hate this name? Why does she hate it? Like, I also, do you ever, some people, like, they don't like the name that they've been given at birth. But did anybody, I would love to know. But that's okay, no problem. When we post this, you are able to go back if you need to answer some of the questions you missed. You can totally, you'll have up to 30 minutes after, and it'll be up after that. I am curious if, like, you were named something and a relative openly was like, oh, you named them this? Like, I'd be hard pressed to, though people do say terrible things out loud to relatives, for someone to be like, I cannot believe that you named your child this, and said, and you knew it, and you're like, this person was not pleased with my name. I occasionally hear about people like hear someone else's baby name, and they're like, oh, And they got to like have the baby first, and then they named the baby like Esmeralda or whatever. And now the friend's like, great, now I can't take that name. I've heard of name stealing. Blanche's daughter's named something, and she hates it for that reason. I hate your birth name. Okay, you can also hate your name. That is also valid. And if you want to change it, you can change it totally. I'm okay with Courtney, but I do wonder if anybody's ever been like, oh, I think you're sometimes like that name, like it's a name of somebody that like, someone's like, oh, I've never met a good Frederica, and you're just like, oh, this person, I've never known to know a good one. Danny would have preferred the second choice name. Evan's parents totally gave him a middle name and then took it away. They got bad feedback. That's got to be tough. That would be an instance of somebody being like, oh, yeah, you did that? You named him that? Also, I would like to know, that we're going to move on to question 14 in a second, but if you have a second, what's like the worst name you've ever heard a person be given? And it could be just like in passing, or sometimes at work, we just see some like crazy names come across, and I'm just like, you were named that. Okay, that's a choice. You've made a choice there, and that's thankfully not mine. Question 14. Finish a quote. It's going to be a Sophia quote. Sophia says, it's Alvin. Rose says, Alvin from the boardwalk? Sophia says, no, Rose. Alvin blank. Alvin blank. That actually sounds like it could be a name, Alvin blank. The worst is having your name mispronounced by a substitute teacher. Yeah. Ooh, when I was a substitute teacher, I would just be like, hoping the seating chart existed, but they never did, or people would sit in different seats and you have to say their name. I would have loved to see Harvey Korman as the brother. Okay. Angela Lansbury. I think that's one. My mother asked me who gave me my middle name. I'm assuming it was also your mom in that situation. Ooh, Blue Green. Ooh. Nurse Joni. I bet you come across some interesting names out there in the world. Mario loved going to the movies. My grandmother had a child in her class that was literally named Vagina. That does remind me. I used to take French lessons at the Alliance Française, and a person who was a classmate of mine was, I guess, an obstetrician nurse. She helped birth babies, and she came across somebody who had named their baby Placentia. She said it sounded pretty. Placentia. So I'm terrified to learn that there's a one-upper out there who's just naming kids vagina. Also, do you say like vagine? Do you try really hard and you're like, it's a silent A, it's vagine or vagin or Vaginia? You just give it a big accent to make it acceptable. We'll never forget Placentia, though. Just
What's this? Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, people are just like, oh, birth certificate? Yeah, right. My baby's name is Birth Certificate Jones. That sounds good. We're going to call her BC. That's what we're going to do here. Just going to shorten it when all else fails. Give it some initials. Question 15. Everybody, I need to know, what is wrong with the gentleman at table 5? What is wrong with him? Do you know I know what's wrong with him. That's how Blanche says her sister's name, Virginia. Yeah. Ooh, Jenny, you're right. No, miss, that was me. Wasn't it Virginia, the slut? No, miss. No, what did she say? No, ma'am, that was me. Yeah, you're right. Ladash. Oh, because that dash don't be silent. She also had kids in her class named Orangello and Lemon. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Hillary Scott, you came in at the right time. You know what's wrong with the man at table 5. Also, we're letting everybody know the worst names that we've ever heard out loud. We have a winner at this point. Someone's mom had a kid in her class named Vagina, which we're trying to justify. Danny says, by the way, that it's as close to Blanche's way of saying Virginia. Virginia. Oh, Nurse Joni. You're right. You can keep that. That's okay to keep because that's not actually what's wrong with the gentleman at table 5. I would say also perhaps top, can we say top 7 moments? I absolutely love. I also really love that episode. But I do love that scene. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Kind of makes me think of what's wrong with Dorothy when she goes to see a doctor and makes her look crazy. Okay, question 16. It's a picture at number 3. It's going to be the last picture one. We're going to throw up it on the screen. I want to know, where are the girls? That's right. Coming at you right now. We're going to be taking this down in a second. Where are they? Very snowy there. That's where is it? Mrs. Budd is pretty cool. She is. And you're like, why did she marry him? I would love to know. What do you think young Dr. Budd was like? Right? You're like, him? Why did? What was it, for the money? Because he's a jerk. And she's yeah, you're right. She's not that terrible. So why? Hillary, you're always fun. Don't ever apologize. You're wonderful. The fact that you are simultaneously giving your child a bath and you're here. I can't give myself a bath and do a second thing at once. So you know what? Beautiful. You're beautiful. If he was a doctor, I think must have been money. Must have been like he was in med school and she's like, I'm just going to stay here until he starts making the big money. Who else that she dated in the show would you have liked her to marry? Well, I'm really glad she didn't marry Glenn. I mean, who wouldn't love a clown lawyer husband? That could be enjoyable. She, quiet storm, she thought he was cute at first. Just at first. Like, as a young man, mentally, definitely did not female. Ooh, he did not. Oh, Al. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, also, I'm always amused by the number of times that they think they're getting engaged. Right? Like, how many times they're like, we've been out on 6.5 dates. I think we're getting married. What? He's got something important to tell you? Girl, get that finger ready because he's going to put a ring on it. And I'm just always like, this never works out. I don't know why you keep thinking that. Like, every time you're like, this is it. We're going to get married for the 49th time in this show. Though, Sophia did get married and never got divorced. Just Max went away. But Sophia married the whole time, never got divorced. Just want to put that out there. Question 17. Where does Sophia hide her lucky handkerchief? And he was played. I know that's also probably why I say that, because I like Dick Van Dyke, and so I'd have liked to have seen Dick Van Dyke stay longer. Rose should have married the cheese man. And then they both could have taken Miles out. Ooh, could you imagine? That is some dark plot, but I'm really liking where this potential is going. I mean, she did lie to both of them. I mean, she did. He lied. Nicholas Carbone lied to both of them. Sophia hides it somewhere. Fact. Total facts. I am loving this, by the way. Can I sleep in this? Do you think this is a thing you can sleep in? No, I don't think so. No, don't give up. I believe in you so hard. So hard. Arnie and Miles combined would be like Marnie. It's Marnie. His super ego. His super persona. Question 18. Guys, this question and 2 more. So you got this. You guys, you've got this. So I really want to try and stop saying you guys. I'm going to try and say something else. You folks. You peoples. Y'all. Well, no, that's Hillary's. She gets that. I can't take that from her.
You all.
You all. It's too close to, I think. Heck yes, y'all deserves the y'all. After Dorothy takes a long sip of coffee, what does she call Blanche and Rose? I'll give you a point for each. Rose should have married Isaac Newton, who played twice on the show. I just think it's funny that Sophia actually got married before them all. Can you get that, Evan? It's so hard to find good help around here. Try not to put the answer in the chat. I know we're almost at the end, but if you can put it in a separate location and then email it, that would be great. I would really like that. It's not personal. And I know that you're playing, and I think that that's great, and we're happy to have you, and I've been enjoying all of you. Speaking of Marnie, Miles Arnie, I do have a Miles-related question. I don't even remember why I allowed this question in here, because I really do actually dislike Miles so much. Well, let's put it in anyway. Let's keep doing it, because it's there also, so you have to. Question 19. What is Miles' ex-wife name? And also, none of us are surprised that he's divorced, yeah? I'm not a fan of Sophia's wedding. Yeah. It's I think it's interesting that it was a 2-parter, and I enjoy when they come back to live with them. But I think it's a little bit weird that he just kind of disappears. I think that Jake the caterer that Blanche thought was too good for was prime husband material. You know what? You're right. I mean, Jake had a steady job. He knew how to serve and deliver. Handsome-ish. Handsome-ony. Why not? Why not? All right. Thank you, Hill. Thank you. Also, here's what I want to know. This is not a trivia question, but it is an interesting question to me. If you could marry who would you marry? That's what I want to know. No, David, it does not count. But that's okay. You tried. I want to know the ex-wife's name. I'm sure that's okay. This one was a bit of a deep cut. We had a couple deep cuts today. That's my fault because I made it. But I really do want to know if you could marry one character, who would you marry? Evan, who would you marry?
On the Golden Girls?
On the Golden Girls.
Sophia.
Evan would marry Sophia because of the lasagna, because of the food.
Food, and it should be fun to watch TV with.
She'd be fun to watch TV with. Okay. You guys got 2 things in common. Mm-hmm. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Ishtar's straight Dorothy. Eddie the Love Machine. Yes, because they go to the restaurant of the same name. Either Blanche, Dorothy, Sophia, or Rose. Who was ever free at the time. Who would I marry? Stan. Wow. You think that little of me?
The clown lawyer?
Not the clown lawyer. Gotta marry Mel Bushman, the Zipper King. You could be the Zipper Queen. Come on. Mel Bushman. Obviously. Right? Anybody else? Ken. Oh, yeah, I sure said that was low. I do like Ken. Quite so I like that as an answer. I dig that. Nobody said Stan. Just want to point that out. I would marry Sophia if I did marry a woman. Or if I married a man, it would be the Guy Blanchett who's proposing to his boyfriend in the restaurant. Oh, yeah, and she gives the advice. Yeah, that one's good too. I just want to be a queen. Michelle says they're a bit old for my liking. I respect it. That's cool. If you went younger, would it be Blanche? I guess Blanche's grandson David's too young, and he's a bit of a dick. You can worry Michael. We don't know Michael's age, but he's probably on the younger side. The guy with the nose tattoo. Did Evan say Stan? Yeah, he told me that I would marry Stan. Quiet storm. He was going to marry Sophia, but I'm going to marry Stan. I would have found someone at the Rusty Anchor. That's a place to pick up husbands. Guys, this is the last question. Last question. Are we ready? It's a quote. I wanted to go out with a quote. Since apparently my whole future is Stan's Bornak. Oh, I mean, I don't even understand you. You don't even. It hurts. It hurts. Can you feel my pain? That's the answer he gave. The pianist at the restaurant, so he could just play songs for you and you can dance. The second runner-up would be the guy that treats myself. Okay, ready? Evan?
Yep.
George Clooney was also a character. Danny? Fair point. Finish this Dorothy quote. And you'll see why we're ending on this one. This has been an experience I'll hold very close to my heart. These are memories I'll wrap myself in when the world gets cold and when I forget blank. What is the blank? Oh, duh, the penis. That does make sense. Keep an eye on your potatoes and champagne. Yeah. This is Bornies. Imagine, I'm just saying, I want to be the zipper queen. Can you imagine just like have an outfit with just all sorts of zippers on it? You big zoop, 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 zoop. Oh, I didn't mean to make anybody cry, but I do cry at the end. It is a lovely scene. Also, I was wondering, I was recently talking to somebody, what scenes make you cry? I mean, the finale, as we all know, that's the quote from the finale, is a tearjerker. Is there any other scenes that make people cry? I think there are a few notable ones. Yep, they have the Phil scene for sure. That's absolutely. My baby is gone. Rose telling the story in the heart attack about Charlie passing away. Definitely. It definitely makes me cry. Patrick, is that your bonus question? I just want to make sure because I can have Evan resend it, retype it if that and put bonus so also everyone sees it. I want to make sure that's the one you're talking about. Yeah. Not Another Monday. Yeah, definitely. I think Phil and oh, that's okay. Go ahead. Evan's going to repost. So everybody, there is a bonus question. Patrick's giving it to you all. Evan's going to post it. Not that one. I will remove that one. And of course, Patrick. So Evan's putting down the bonus question, which all you can thank Patrick for, which I like it. So thank you for doing that. The other scene, actually, Mrs. George Devereaux. I don't know about anybody else, but when she wakes up from the dream and the girls come in, they ask her about it. And she says that she finally got to hug him. That one gets me. I think that's a really lovely moment. Evan, do you have an answer?
when they give birth. In the taxi cab.
I don't know what show Evan is referring to.
The birthday scene.
He's making stuff up now. Evans, loved your questions. When do we get answers so I can word myself a cheesecake? M. Evans will likely do this tomorrow. I try and send it out by Saturday morning, Friday night. So it won't be tonight, but it will be, I think, probably tomorrow, depending on how many people send it. Evan, could you put the email address that people have to send it into again? Thank you for playing. The phone call to Janet after Emily leaves. It's not a tearjerker, but I really enjoyed the Christmas scene. Oh yeah, and they're like looking at the snow coming, and they like hold each other. That's a really good one too. I like all these. It's those are good moments. I like that sometimes a comedy can throw some other emotion at you, right? That's also why I love The Good Place and Schitt's Creek, and there's some really. Evan put the email address in. Everybody. The dementia scene, yes. Alvin, when Marvin from the beach left Sophia. Ooh, what happens when only one of us left? Amaya, that's a good one. And that's a hard one in retrospect. A lot of people point that out because it is Rose who says that. I'm nobody's little girl anymore. Yep, that's a good one too. These are all really good, powerful moments. See, the show has, for all of their funny, they also have a really large amount of powerful emotional moments, and I appreciate that people bring that up too. I think that that's an important distinction to make about the show. And she is the last one. So it's 7:59. We're going to be ending. Evan put the email in the chat for you all, stolafproductions@gmail.com. That's where you can send your answers. Excuse me, sorry everybody, I'm the worst. Also, if you have anything that comes up or a question, or Quiet Storm can attest to this, John's not here, but he's also in the past asked me questions. If you have a question that pops up or something that you want to chat about or something, it doesn't even have to be the Golden Girls. That's totally fine too. I know this is kind of crazy, but I also have other things I like, so you're welcome to share those as well. You can find me there. You can email me. We are not doing a trivia in October or November. We're thinking about doing one in December. We're going to see how things go. We're taking a little bit of a break. We so much appreciate all of you coming and supporting and watching the channel and playing trivia and emailing and being a part of the community. It's my great honor and pleasure. The trivias took up a bunch of my energies to be able to do videos, but so now we're not doing the trivia. We're going to pivot back to some video stuff, maybe Golden Grades, and we have a very special thing that Danny and Hillary and I did last year that I have not edited, that I really need to get to so we can send that out. It was very enjoyable, and the world, I think, would enjoy it. Again, it's like, thank you for coming. Ishtar, thank you. Quiet Storm, thank you. Amaya, I never read your email as St. Olaf. Yes. Oh, yeah. No, that's true because it's all just in one. That's funny. Michelle, 15 minutes. You're so close. So close. I'm very excited for you. And then you get to go and hopefully do something exciting. I will let everybody know who's the winners. Is there anything that we can do before you go? Any questions? Anything you need? Evan to repost anything for you? Let him know now. If you need to review the questions, this will go live shortly after us ending it, and you'll be able to view it again. Patrick, thank you. Omar, thank you. Michelle, everybody who's done it. Danny, Hillary, as always, I adore you both. Brandy, Patrick, Stuart, Kim was there for a little bit. So thank you all. Nurse Joni was here. We had a good time. Evan says thank you. He doesn't like to talk. Wait, this is what Evan wanted you to know. That was his response, everybody. Okay, so as always, thank you. Stay safe out there, by the way. There's still a pandemic. And don't forget to vote. We don't usually get super political, but I do want to say it is important to remember to vote. So check your voting registration. Remember, you can vote early in some states. You can vote by mail, in person. Make sure your friends and family are voting. And yeah, as always, stay golden out there. Bye.